Hey, gorgeous goddess and god. Welcome to Unicorn Visions Tarot. I'm Becky.
Hey you guys, welcome to the channel, Unicorn Visions Tarot. I'm Becky. It's nice to meet you. I'm gonna bring a message for you, and I am smoking this for the mother. This is a sacrament. This is my religious practice, if you will, or my divine right as a human to do this. I love you guys so much. If you have tuned into this channel, it's not by surprise, okay? It's not by accident. We're here. We are manifesting this reality together. And I have been hearing, like, I had this thing, it was a download a while ago, but it resurfaced today. And it had to do with sort of like the 8/8 portal thing, which, by the way, tomorrow is like a huge thing in the in the astrology realm. Above our head, there are going to be 6 planets in alignment, a a total solar eclipse, and also perhaps something with the moon. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look into that, but with that said, the 8/8 portal, right? 88 is radium, which has a relative atomic mass of 226. And 226 for me was representing 2 complete 26 cycles, which there are 26 letters in the alphabet. So that is sort of a life cycle. Interestingly enough, I decoded the whole alphabet and how it sort of shows, like, via phonetics, like what happens. And just like EFG is effigy, right? And then HIJK is a hijack, but really it's the hijack, the jackal god, which is Anubis. Anyway, everything is connected in this reality. So with the 26, of course, I went a little bit further with that. And what is it? But it happens to be Fe, which is ferrous. And what is ferrous? It's iron. And what do we have running through our blood is iron, right? The iron is the compound that connects to the oxygen so that it can be delivered to the cells in our body. So iron is very important, not to mention our planet has an iron core, okay, is what they say. And there is iron, basically ribbons of iron that literally move under the ground that create magnetic pathways and what you would consider the ley lines of the earth, okay? So interestingly enough, ferrous, why do we call it a Ferris wheel? I don't know. Why do we call it a Ferris wheel? But here's the thing. Ferrous is iron. Iron is blood, a blood wheel, the wheel of samsara. Okay, and samsara is the like Hindu word for like basically where we live, this cycle of pain, things like that. Hold on here. Okay, I'm back. Stella needed my help, darling, so I went to help her. Okay, so where were we? We were talking about blood and the Ferris wheel and how the wheel of samsara is representing that in a way, because I mean, everything is like about cycles, everything is about turning, everything is about oscillation. In fact, Spirit had shown me one time while I was meditating that the actual relative atomic mass of a element has to do with its oscillation, okay? And oscillation and how fast it's spinning, or the electrons are spinning around the center, equates to its wavelength in a way. And then you could interact perhaps with the element, the particular element, if you understand that, and then use a wavelength that is directly at the same oscillation rate as the element that you're working on. And then you could maybe like phase shift it in and out of material reality type vibes. Okay, I don't know. This is just what Spirit has showed me, but we are digressing from that because we are talking about spirituality, and we're talking about consciousness building, and we're talking about what all these things could mean on like a very intrinsic, deep level, okay? So the wheel of samsara, like I have said before, a.m. is sun and moon, and this is what we see in the sky. The sun and the moon makes the analemma. Okay, so if the sun is making one, it makes an 8. If the moon is making one, it makes an 8. And if you've ever seen those pictures, that is what it is, 8 8. So the way to like time travel would be to somehow understand the 8 8, which happens to be radium, which brings us to the 226, which is the 2 cycles of 26, but also it could be 22 sixes. And what would that be? You know, turns, a 6 is a turn. So turning, okay? Okay, where am I going with this? I woke up this morning hearing in my head, they will rule with the iron fist. Okay, everything will be ruled with the iron fist. And my brain is like, huh. So we can like think of that as, I looked online, and what it's interpreted as is like, an iron fist is someone who's like very like, an iron fist. Do you know what I'm saying? But what Spirit was showing me is that, have you guys ever noticed that they say your heart is this size? That if you want to know what your heart looks like or the size of your heart, just make a fist, and this is your heart. So imagine your fist is your heart, and it's pumping iron through it. So if we're ruling with an iron fist, what's actually happening is we are going to be ruling with our hearts, okay? And what does that mean? It's like creating, manifesting. Your heart, it's always going back to the heart as the most important thing to sort of like attain, be aware of. This is definitely the center, and the center has to be one of the most important things, not to mention the fact that your heart, and I'm always saying this, is the first thing created in the womb, okay? It's the conductor of electricity for your body. So it actually makes your heart have electricity that then forces it to contract, and then this moves the fluid around in your body, okay? So yeah, and the direction of flow of blood does happen to be a spiral. Okay, so yeah, everything is connected, and essentially it's realizing that what is in the heart, what is the intention, is the most important thing when it comes to manifestation and creation. So whether it's good or bad, I don't know about that. I suppose if you're polarizing, you know, it's like just giving, you have to have your emotion plus your thoughts plus your focus and your intention all in a line and directed where you want it to go to be able to create and manifest, okay? So if they're not all in the same polarity, it decreases your ability to create, all right? So you basically are ruled by your iron fist, which is your heart. And this is why somebody who gets into the heart, they're able to access the he art. And who arts? He arts in heaven, right? And he arts in heaven. Heaven is the mind, the heart, and then the earth, right, is what's rendered. So yeah, and EARTH, hearing, toth. It's almost like you hear the thought. So your voice and how you speak is also a huge manifestation tool. And so imagine if the reality is teaching us to speak in certain colloquialisms without us sort of understanding the intention behind it, then we could be used and sort of manipulated like puppets to say and do whatever the energy that is focused and directed directly towards you to do. And then it's like giving like MK Ultra and all of that kind of stuff, okay? But ultimately, if you regain control of your heart and your own operating system, then you become unable to be manipulated by external forces, whether they be this or that. Okay, so it's giving like you become the you become a force to be reckoned with, if you will. And really, this is what the controllers of our world would hate the most, okay? Because they sort of bank on the truth that we are like just being programmed, and we accept it. We accept the program given, and then we act out that program through our lives. Okay, so it's like, whoever told us that a good life means you go to school, you get married, you work 9 to 5, and then you sort of survive, and then you die. Like, who came up with that, right? Who came up with the idea that we have to compete and always be seeing who's better than the other, and like giving awards to certain places and things like this? Like, don't get me wrong, awards are cool. And also, the real true gift and reward or award is definitely the advancement, in my mind, would be the advancement of a collective. So, oh wow, yay, I won a Golden Idol Oscar or whatever, but literally I'm at home alone in my Hollywood mansion, and I feel fucking sad because I'm disconnected from my true source center. And I've also probably done this thing, like sold myself out, when really you can't even do that per se, but you are doing it. It's all about intention and focus and practice. So like, magic is real in this reality, and it has to do with understanding how polarities work, okay, and how energy works, and how like I've told you in the past, when energies are moving, when they're flowing in the same direction at the closest point, they become magnetic. So if you're walking around flowing in like a negative frequency, or a sad frequency, or a down frequency, this is what you attract into your life. And conversely, okay? So this is the key to the kingdom, to be able to start creating a different spiral of reality for yourself, okay? So yeah, it's kind of like we're quantum tunneling, and we're refining as we do it. So we're like golden miners and refiners, and all sorts of stuff. Mickey Mouse just came out in my head, like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. MICKEYMOUSE, Mickey Mouse. Okay, what about that? This might be just something for you guys, but literally like the Disney. Oh, okay. So, I mean, I haven't really, when I was little, something inside of me was sort of like against the Disney propaganda, if you will. So I didn't catch much of the movies. I know they were playing around. It's like my grandmother was always trying to force me to watch these fucking Disney movies. I remember I watched Fantasia, and I thought that was kind of cool, but I feel like a lot of like mind control might even come just specifically from that towards children. I don't really know, but if we don't understand the intention behind what's created, and we know that a lot of it is money, okay? So if money is the god of this reality per se, then, and that gives you all the power in this reality, then we have put as a collective money before the actual like advancement or growth of our collective consciousness. And that's where we are like stuck in a trap of going around and around and around and around in some sort of a matrix realm where it's just everyone's disconnected. So they're disconnected from each other, but they're also connected to discs. And, you know, it's giving like they're connected to the discourse also, which is like the two opposing sides, all right, that always want to win. Okay, everybody wants to win. Let's be win. What? How can you win if someone is being blown up in fucking Palestine or something like that? Like, you don't win. Okay, and that's the thing, that's the missing piece a little bit, is people do not remember that we actually are energetically connected, and they believe the material world as like the true thing, that what they see. They don't understand how energy works. They don't understand how it's all connected. And so their actual power has been siphoned from them and used to create something that we don't really like, okay? So yeah, that is my dissertation. We are getting we have been getting an inside heart transplant. So it's almost like if you resonate with like being like from the alien realms or whatever, which I do, like I'm sort of like an implant here. A lot of us are, and it's our energy, right? So if we live in an energetic world, then our energy has been implanted here and bonded to the blood, right? So my system is a blood system moving around, and the energy that is the celestial energy that of like perhaps the star system I come from, whatever, it's a unity fields, unity conscious realms, is then implanted into this reality. It will start to grow and spread, especially through having more children, all this. And then I truly believe this is where neuro like divergence comes in with like autism, different neurological systems being created that really can't even stand being in the realm that has been built on top of the beautiful earth that we have been given. Okay, like an autistic child is offended. Their nervous system is literally offended by manufactured loud sounds, lights that are fucking distortingly bright, and having to sit and like, it's like giving like we're evolving beyond that. And then this is going to bring us back to nature, but bringing us back to nature will actually unlock the higher technology, because the truth of the matter is, from what I've seen in meditation, is that high tech is almost indistinguishable from natural matter, okay? Because they become one and the same, because you understand how it works. And so then you're able to consciously manipulate it and use it for the highest, best good of the planet that we walk on, the beings that live on it, the air, the water, all of it. And then certain technology starts to unlock, because nature is the key to everything, okay? So this is why if we're going to say nature's the key to everything, okay, well, now let's think of petroleum drugs, okay? How are they all derived? They're derived from plants, okay? So the composition of plants, and then being recreated in a lab, and then synthesized in a lab, and then mass produced, has really sort of done a number. And, we do this with combustion and all sort of stuff. It's done a number on our whole systems, right? And so the only way to sort of save it, right, if we wanted to save this planet or save humanity or whatever, or just sort of like guide it into a way that is more productive and more expanding of love, and essentially the growth frequency, which is unconditional love, okay? That is the true creative frequency. And unlock the power within, where nervous system that is like regulated and feels safe has then full open access to the infinite realms where imagination happens. And then we're able to like ground down and bring in and download these higher concepts, so that we can then create them in a material realm, okay? But if we're all constantly caught up in the dystopian race, or the me versus them universe that has been created on top of this world, then our nervous systems are always being hijacked. Have you ever noticed that this world just constantly wants to keep you in fight or flight? It's because when you're in fight or flight, you have no connection. Your amygdala is hijacked, and you have no connection to your Mary Magdalene, Magdalene. So your nervous system is so important in being able to connect with magic, okay, and connect with your true source, which is the infinite, everything ever created, okay? So, yeah, with that said, 16 minutes on this timer. I don't even know how long the other one is, but you know, I like to talk, okay? So my videos are just a little bit long because they're like informative. I give you the downloads of what I know, what I have seen, and we need more people that are, whoa, I'm feeling a huge, like you have might been feeling your crown buzzing lately, or even just like sort of like movement in your head space. Maybe when you meditate, it sort of feels like, if you think of like if there were like giant praying mantises over you, right? And they were using their beautiful little fingers to sort of go in there and sort of move around things like in your mind. And this is like an open connection, okay? So this is nothing that is manipulative or whatever. These are like your star beings. These are your guides. These are the beings that have been with you, and they're guiding you through this whole fucking process on the other side of it. Like they're not in this earth, okay? So, but yet they're still helping, okay? It's giving, they're reprogramming your mind. And in a way, it's not even reprogramming because you're the one who's reprogramming it, but they're just sort of the ones that are sort of like getting the pathways into place, okay? And so if you've been feeling that, that's what's up. All right, 1733 on the timer, so I see that as like massive confirmation. 17 is the queen, 33 is master teacher. So your master teachers are programming you from the quantum realms to help this reality sort of like explode into unity, which is what we are about to do as an entire collective. But yet, you know, there's still, this is why I'm here. This is why, you know, we're teaching. So the more that I become aware and I share, then the more that you become aware and you share, and we all just sort of like do our inner work, get a hold of our own nervous systems, call back home, because you can only ET phone home when you're in that very calm nervous system place, right? That's where you're able to open up to the quantum. So only when we can do that, do we then start like increasing our understanding of things. And yeah, so our world is very much against us having calm nervous systems. Enter the clock. This is why we worship time in a way. You know, because really it's the circadian rhythms. Things are, if you're really connected with Mother Earth, you just know when to do stuff. You just know, okay? But the clock has disconnected us. It's connected us to a time disc, and it's also unlinked us from the birthright of like the circadian rhythm. So it's like we're moving back into the circadia, away from the worship of time. And this is what helps us. If you're in tune with your nervous system and it's connected to the earth, then you're one with it and you're moving in unison. But we have for far too long been creating a certain pattern that is like going against the true circadian rhythms of humanity. And it's created a dystopian nightmare, okay? So yeah. All right. Spirit, please come through with a message for the highest best good. What does the collective need to know right now? Like what's happening in their 3D world that you sort of want to highlight and talk about, Spirit? Okay. 6 of Pentacles. So this is you sharing. Wow, look at that picture. Okay, this is so interesting. This is sort of like what I was just saying. Look, it's like an alien, whichever way you want to see the thing going to, but in my mind it's giving, the alien is like giving information or pentacles, right, grounded truths to a politician, okay? And so this is sort of what you're doing. This is reconfirming 2033 on the timer, that you are here and this is your mission, okay? And his gloves are giving yellow, okay? So it's also giving that the soul and the solar plexus and the truth, which is blue, right? Blue and yellow together make green. This is what is correcting the heart of humanity, okay? And the Six of Pentacles in general is just an energy of like giving and sharing and making sure that everything is sort of like fair and even. And six also is like the number of love. So yeah, this is giving that love is the way. And I'm going to just say that this is like ruling by the iron fist, which is the heart. Okay. So we coming in and bringing this new heart truth. And that's why a lot of us have been like isolated for so long, because the program that's been on the earth does not appreciate people like us, okay? But the more power we gain within, and the more we're able to like move the reality around us, the less control the controllers have. And just listen to that, a controller. I mean, literally they con us and troll us. I mean, come on. It's like they give us a con and then they troll us about it. Like all you have to do is just watch how the two sides fight, and you're just like, how can people not see this? Do you know what I mean? It's because they're in that mind disc control program where they believe in what they've been told without actually unlocking their gateway back to source, which opens up a mind to be able to see things from a higher perspective, right? Which is like the third eye, which is unlocking back into your intuition. It's your birthright, okay? So yeah, what else, Spirit? Okay, so, ooh. Okay, so, my goodness, okay. So the Seven of Wands coming out with the Moon. And then the Five of Wands inverse. Yeah, and this is really what I just said. I must be psychic. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Because when people come up against you, like the world, okay, like I was saying, when we bring these new truths in, the reality is like... because they want to remain in their con and trolling lives, because the con trolls are the ones, like, it's like the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge, okay? And the bridge is between you and your true God source within, and they control you under the bridge to distract you so that you don't ever cross over, okay? And this is what you don't see. This is what the reality doesn't see. So this is like black magic, if you will, or fucking moon magic on a scale that is very large. And sorry, they're just like telling me something right now. Okay, they're saying keep it for later. Okay, yeah. All right. It's about the sun and the moon and how, yeah, just, I'll do it for later, Spirit, okay? Anyway, so this moon, right, the stuff that has been sort of like hidden from the reality, you are bringing forth. And the Five of Wands in reverse is like, they're unable now, and they are us at a different time, okay? But also it's time to now move and grow into unity, and the power of Decepticons, if you will, has come to an end, and we're moving into the actual Transformers, which are, what does transform mean? You're transforming things, right? So and I've been told one time that I'm optimistic prime, because I'm just like a pure fucking optimist, okay? And it's almost like you have to be delusionally optimistic to overthrow a dystopian nightmare such as one that has led to children as young as 6 years old wanting to take their own light out, okay? So that's a reflection of how the reality is like fucked, okay? So they did a lot. They've been trying to do a lot to fuck you over, okay? It's giving in this last moon cycle, the controllers that actually have control of this realm did like a whole fucking thing against you specifically, and me specifically, all of the beings that are here to bring this new fucking reality of us leading with an iron fist, which is actually the heart, that will make them lose their hierarchical power, they came after us. Okay, so if you've been feeling 2556 on the timer, if you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts the past 3 days, they are really using the energy of the Lionsgate portal to try to gain back their ability to really fuck with people and keep them away from finding their center truth. Okay, and it's giving you have done a really good job at transforming this or alchemizing this energy. Okay, it's giving you've been a little bit hermiting, going within, making sure you're staying in your central pole with your north node facing a certain way, and so that you can basically negate these energies. Okay, negate, N-E-gate. So yeah, essentially, you know, I was yesterday I was hearing also about like the agate or agate, or what is an agate? It's the heart. You know, the heart upside down looks like an A, but your heart is like a stone, and it's been tested pure 3 times. I think I told you that on that whole rapture thing, but it's like giving you are definitely one of the pure ones, the rare ones that are here, and your energetic impact is such that it makes the elites scared as fuck, because you're the King of Cups. Okay, so the King of Cups under the Six of Pentacles, 100%, this is like unconditional love. Look at that. That's like advanced technology. Okay, so we're moving above the ground technology. We're going to move into the technology of the true, or the next level of physics in this reality, which happen to be quantum and bring in the ether and all sorts of things. Okay, and opens you up to your understanding of power and how you have power in this realm and how it works, okay, on a mass scale. So it looks like they failed, honey. So good job. They could try to come against you and fail. You failed. You failed. Okay, they failed. You're also heavily protected. You're really smart, and your heart is ultimately what protects you. I love this deck because the wands are always green, and so if your action is coming from that truth with solar plexus mixed together is like the green heart ray, and that gives like the triple the power. Okay, you're able to speak truth, you're able to move truth with your internal energy, and you're able to alchemize, you know, energy with your heart and then emanate a truth. So fuck yeah. Yeah, what else, Spirit? 5 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. Ooh, the 5-3 might be important to you in your connection. 53. Maybe you were born on 5-3. Maybe you know someone who was born on 5-3. Either way, this person is giving a few things. Okay, so the 5 of Pentacles, you know what this is just giving, and I'm not even gonna like go into like, I'm just gonna say the energy is giving that, because this is clarifying the 7 of Wands and the Moon. It's giving that someone came against you with some fucking hoodoo voodoo magic, and your spirit team was like, no fucking way, get the fuck out of here, you dipshit. Okay, and because this, you have a mission on this earth, and you're, quite frankly, your spiritual rank outranks this person, and they fucking hate it. They're jealous. It's a whole fucking thing, and your spirit team is just sick of it. Okay, so this person was sending energy to make you feel like you're not good enough, like everything is stagnant. You know, they wanted you to feel that way, and your spirit team was like, fuck you. My bitch knows this shit, and we are turning your stupid shit inversed. Okay, I'm sorry. It makes me mad when people who are jealous or envious or whatever try to like project some fucking horrible shit onto someone instead of just going within, finding themselves and dealing with that. okay? Because that is the key to peace and everlasting harmony, all right? You know, yeah, that's what I'm getting, all right? Interestingly enough, I looked up on the timer and it said 30:53. So, yeah, it's giving that this person hates how loving you are, hates how kind you are, hates that you're actually an authentic fucking human that moves like this through the earth, which is the Knight of Cups, okay? You bring a cup of love and they thought you were fake. And so they thought it was okay to come after you, come against you, test your cherry. Okay, I just saw cherries over here. Cherries might be significant in this. But no matter what they did, you keep coming up as this person who is authentically loving and kind and wanting the best for everyone you meet, including this fucking hoodoo, voodoo, whatever, warlock, witch, whatever the fuck it is. You actually have love for this person or this being, and they fucking don't understand it because it's giving they did the most, okay? But your love literally turned over their doing the most to you, and it's like they had in their mind that maybe you were supposed to die, okay? And the fact that you're still alive, they're just like, there's something different with you because you have defeated this like mountain of fucking magic that has been directed your way by like, it's giving a huge fucking cult, coven, whatever the fuck it is. These elite groups that like, you know, they don't understand because they don't understand that the heart and this energy, the love, the King of Cups is the highest power, okay? And it will immediately, like if you're shining in your heart and then here comes in some hoodoo voodoo, it's like your heart's just like, and like the voodoo just goes back to sender. It's giving return to sender, okay? Oh my God. Return to sender. Okay, so interestingly enough, Elvis, 3212 on the timer, 3313 on the timer. I saw this thing today, and it's really weird. It was like an old picture of Elvis. Oh, Donald J. Trump. Okay, but like, you know, we don't want to like put too much energy on whatever, but this is like the magic vibes that they do, whatever. There was a photo of like Elvis at a certain age, and then like half was Donald Trump and half was Elvis, and that shit lined up. And I was just like, whoa. And you know, I mean, it's giving that the Hollyweirds and whatever, I mean, I don't know, it's just giving that they're like master illusionists, okay? So there was some master illusion that was like directed your way that you fucking basically it was meant to destroy you, I'm hearing, and it didn't. It just is giving what it did was it turned you into a superpower. And interestingly enough, on this moon, see this lobster? It's like you're so big now that you're like they've created a monster. Okay, your energy is destroy your new heart energy, your blood energy, your root chakra energy that is founded in unity consciousness and unconditional love is destroying their program, and it's happening rampantly, okay? Not to mention it's revealing the hoobly jubilees, if you will, to quote a tarot reader that I watched a few times. I can't think of her name right now, which is really sad. Anyway, see, you know that there are no enemies. You know that everyone is you at another point of the same awareness. But like the people who have made an enemy of you do not understand that. And so it's like they just keep trying and won't give up. Ace of Cups coming out. Okay, I mean, this is clarifying the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So you're bringing the new love. Your birthday might be 12/30. Interestingly enough, 12/30 is my birthday. And that coincides with the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Hearts, which the Ace of Hearts and the Ace of Cups means new love. It means bringing in a new frequency. And so your upgraded heart, it's like nothing can stand the power of your heart, okay? Anything that is unholy and not pure just disintegrates in your heart field, okay? And they're starting to realize that now. And yeah, let's hope that this is like their wake-up call. Literally, it's like giving wake-up call. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles inversed. Okay, so this work that they've been doing against you, they see that none of it is blooming because you're just like over here riding high, fancy free, doing your life. Like abundance is hitting you left and right. And it's sort of giving that like spirit is what like draining their bank account and sort of like giving it to you. And this is the energy that I've been picking up on for the collective too when I'm meditating, that the money, by the way, money is green. Okay, this is how money is going to go obsolete in our reality. Let me show you how. Let me tell you. Well, we always need a form of exchange. No, we don't. Because at some point in time, the actual energy of the giving and receiving will be the energy that is what we do. So people will create for love to give and share, and people will not take more than what they need, and they will appreciate what they have. And do you know what I'm saying? And how does that work? It looks like us, spirit is draining these bank accounts, moving the energy of abundance to us so that we will be the ones in control of the money. And then what we will do with that money is build systems on this earth that are conducive for collaboration, are conducive for us to be able to have regular meditation and connection to self. For us to, like, the school system will be set up so that children are learning what their soul wants to do on this earth, and then hone that craft that they can then give to society, right? So like the people who want to do science are going to be doing that, and they're going to be working together in a collaborative way where they know that what is produced is going to be shared for all, and that they're working for humanity, not just the self to get one over on the other. Okay, 38:33 on the timer when I saw that. So yeah, you the King of Pentacles, honey. You the new King of Pentacles, okay? And the Hanged Man is like the reality doing a little flippy pole flip, swappy doppy, okay? So you're bringing the new fucking heart vibe into this. You're bringing the whole new creative. Do you see how this is yellow, red? Like your heart, your solar plexus, your red and yellow make orange. Your creativity is the thing that is literally shifting this reality, because creativity and imagination is actually the power of the gods, okay? So if you can think it, it will happen. But the people that have been living in the duality of like fighting and lording one over on the other, and like they love the Lord, my Lord, my Lord. They love it when someone lords something over them, and like, yuck. You're turning that shit on its fucking head, all right? That's what I'm hearing, all right? 39:44, like, fuck yeah, all right? I mean, if there was any beautiful alchemist to ever walk this earth, it sure as fuck is you. And oh my, like your energy just brings fucking new shit. Look at this, the Ace of Wands. What'd I say? You're bringing the new shit, Empress. Do you know what I'm saying? Your actions and energy are the fucking Empress. Oh my God, and the star. So I can't make this shit up. Trust what I say and know that you are on the right path, and you defeated a bunch of motherfuckery. A bunch of motherfuckery. A bunch of motherfuckery that was aimed at you over this past week, okay? Like, yeah, no. Their Lionsgate portal magic and fucking shit, is returned to sender, and we're gonna start to see some major fucking changes in this reality coming out. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. That is the message. I will see you in the next video. Today is amazing. You're amazing. And I'm like so glad that we had this talk, because it had been weighing on my chest here for the past couple of days. And it was a thing that we definitely needed to talk about. Okay. And, you know, I do also personal readings. Okay. So if you love my channel and you want to have more content brought to you, perhaps donate to it. Okay. Because we're living in this money realm. Okay. My Venmo is charbinksart, charbinksart. Rebecca Sherry is my name. I also offer personal readings, private readings. My website is www.rebeccasherryartist.com. Please like my video, subscribe to the channel. Interestingly enough, I've been noticing like my subscribers number was going down a little bit, but you know what Spirit showed me? It's going down a little bit, but it's about to fucking go sky high, because this shit needs to get out. And I'm trusting Spirit, whatever. I don't even care about follows. Okay. I just want this world to evolve and grow and be a better place. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And I love you so much. And I want you to keep fighting the good fight, which there is no fight. It's really keep being in your peaceful, energetic core, because that makes you untouchable by these moon magic throwing muskrats. All right. Something about a muskrat. Maybe what is a muskrat? I don't know, but I love you guys. Namaste. Don't forget to smoke one for me. All right. I love you guys. Always remember that all new adorations are born through the mother. The doors to the infinite come from the motherboard. To you. This has been Unity Consciousness Videos.